So, if you're wondering what we're photographing, it's that awful sky up there. That wasn't lightning, that was Irina's flash going off because it's so dark. This actually doesn't do justice to it. What are you fiddling about there with? You were ruining the TV. See, there was a storm. It's not raining right now, but the sky is the most disgusting appearance. We put a new fence in all around, by the way. As you can see, this fence is now added to our little... It gives it a much more homey look than when it was there before. We had to basically reduce the freedoms to romp around that our kids had because they were destroying a lot of the common spaces. So we had to reduce that a little bit. So I bought these pots. The problem that we had was that we weren't allowed to put the fence beyond this metal wall, which is my boundary. So we bought these pots, which are heavy, full of earth now. Later they will have conifers placed in them. But for the time being, they're just this isn't a good time to go transplanting trees in the middle of summer, so they will be a bit like that conifer tree I've got over the end there. They'll have a number of them, so they'll have big conifers in all the way round, but it wasn't a good time for it now. So in the meantime I just put some of the peonies in the pots in there. In the meantime, those peonies, of course, on those pots on the top will go down again later. They'll just have but this is just so that, and it's not the colour that it will have at the end. Just to get the comparison, there's the light area over there, and then darker and darker and darker. So and it should be, you know, a nice daylight hour. So these are the changes that have been made most recently. Here in the corner there's a little gate with a little lock on it. So that's what we've done to it recently. You can see the fence is attached to the pots. That was the point I was going to make about the pots. The fence is actually attached to these pots so that it doesn't get nailed to the wall or anything like that, because the wall has actually got polystyrene in the middle. And so, over there you can see a detail which shows how dark that cloud is when you look at the sky, the white sky underneath it. Over there by that house there. That just about brings into relief how dark it is. That'd be a good photo actually.
Кого выбирает эскадрон по коням, да забыли про меня.
So those of you who are observant may hear some kind of like beep beep blink blink blinking noise, or blinky blink blink. Oh, here we go, here's the rain. Got to move towards my door. The delight about living in this situation is that you can be there until the very last second before the rain comes down. Well, there we are, a bit of lightning there, I think you probably saw. So the delights of living here, I like it actually, I have to admit. There's nothing quite like being at your home and being safe and dry in a nice warm home, and then being able to look out of the window and see a right old gale and storm and rain blowing and you're inside. The only slight problem is that my wife's out. And I prefer her to be in as well when this sort of thing happens. But you can hear that blinky blinky, tinky winky blinky blinky noise. We bought a new piano and we're getting it tuned. I don't want to disturb the tuner, but he's tuning it now. I'm not going to film him at work because I don't know whether it's fair. I haven't asked his permission, so but you can hear a little bit of him blinking away and getting the thing to tune again. It's a 100 years old piano. I didn't pay much for it, but it's for Sophie really to practice on. We've got an electric one, but somehow the piano teacher thought she'd do better with a real one. Don't know why. Maybe it's because his grandma had the one that he wanted to sell to me and she wanted rid of it. I just throw that out as a possibility.
Oi, 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 oi.